Good evening, Mr. Hamm and Mr. Helton.
Hello.
How are you guys today?
I'm doing really well.
So we're getting close to Christmas.
So close. Oh my gosh. What, 6 days to Christmas Eve now?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Are y'all ready?
For it to be over? Is that
No,
is that the
like,
rest
are
of
you-
that phrase?
Are you
that
done?
question?
Are you finished? Are you prepared for the day?
For the most part,
Yeah?
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually, so this year, my kid, when we say, hey, what do you want for Christmas? I don't know. Maybe a stuffed animal? And I'm like, what? So I'm like, we didn't know what to get. I have no clue what to get my kid. So yesterday we went out and she stayed with her grandmother for most of the day, and we got to go out and just shop for her. And there was a few things that she had kind of showed interest in over the last couple of months. So we grabbed a couple of those things, and I think she'll be happy with what she's getting.
All right. Well, in that age range, I can't imagine that you would go wrong with any kind of stuffy, any kind of doll.
Yeah.
The LOL dolls,
She's wanted
little pet shops.
She wants one of the little scooters, the little razor scooters, you know.
Oh, like the push ones or the electric ones?
The little push ones.
Oh,
so
nice.
we got her one of those.
Okay. Well, don't say she might hear this before Christmas.
Nah, she's not gonna hear this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She doesn't. She like whenever we're listening, like later. Yeah, she's got her headphones on and she's in her tablet playing Roblox or whatever.
I got you. What about you? Obi, you ready for the big day?
I'm prepared for... Yes. I want it to be over. I'm done. It's just like... You start off as St. Nicholas and you automatically think everybody just turns into Krampus. It's just like, I want it to be over.
Krampus. That's a bit extreme.
No.
You're going to kidnap children and eat them?
Well, it depends. Did you get coal outside of your door, or did you get a bundle of sticks? There is a limitation to which Krampus you kind of get a hold of. He's got two moods.
Oh, okay. You know, the beating people and eating them later?
You know, I mean, there are people out there, like most of modern day / third world cannibalism at this point is all war bound. So after the battle, I'm like, hey, we're going to eat that one.
Okay, so we've been playing with this AI generator. We need to find one that has that will do video, and we need to have Krampus doing a haka. That would be really cool.
Nice. That is nice.
Yeah. So that's one thing, folks. AI is the word of the season this year.
It really is.
And two of the best ones out right now. So there's several AI art generators. There's Dolly, there's Stable Diffusion, there's Midjourney, and some of them are better than others. Some of them are also pretty expensive to use. Stable Diffusion, however, right now is free, so we've been playing with that one a little bit.
Yeah,
generating some AI art with you. You just type in a text prompt and it gives you 4 sample photos back, and then you can kind of click and refine from there. But we've just been doing just prompt and get the 4 images and kind of laugh at them and see what it comes up with.
And you know, some of them have been really, really good. Some of them have been really, really odd.
Yeah. And now one thing I will say, the art ones or Stable Diffusion at least does not handle text at all. So like anytime it tries to incorporate text into the image, it comes out really weird.
Just gibberish. Just random letters put together.
It's just random letters. Like it doesn't understand text at all. So that's something to keep in mind. But if you're looking for text, there's another AI which is slammed right now. I can't even get the page to load. It's so busy. It's called Chat GPT, and it generates some pretty cool stuff. And if you have a chance, right now it's free. They've got it open for testing to play with. If you can get the page to load, I highly recommend to go check it out. It's very interesting. As a matter of fact, if you guys don't mind, I want to share a little something that I made with it last night.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, I'll read the prompt that I gave it, and I will read its response. And this will take a little bit because it's a little bit long, but I can go through it pretty quick.
Okay, go for it.
So 3 friends, Jeremy, Jason, and Obi, go on a trip together and encounter some strange things, and the situation becomes stressful and suspenseful. That's my prompt.
Okay.
That's what I gave it. Here's what it gives me back.
Oh, God.
As they travel, they begin to notice strange and unsettling occurrences. Jason feels like they're being watched, and Jeremy keeps finding strange symbols etched into their hotel room walls. Obi becomes increasingly paranoid, convinced that they are being targeted by some unknown force. As the trip goes on, the strange occurrences become more frequent and more intense. They hear strange noises at night and see shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their vision. Jason becomes convinced that they are being haunted by malevolent spirits, while Jeremy suggests that they might be the targets of some kind of conspiracy. Obi, meanwhile, is convinced that they have stumbled upon some ancient eldritch secret that they were never meant to discover.
This is awesome.
As the tension builds, the friends find themselves on the edge of their nerves, unsure of who or what to trust. They begin to argue and mistrust one another, unsure if their own companions are responsible for the strange events or if they are all in this together. Will they be able to survive the trip and make it back home, or will the mysterious forces at work consume them?
Wow.
That was the problem. Okay, so what's your thoughts so far? Because I did a little more.
That was awesome.
That's pretty awesome,
was
yes.
like, I could see, like, even at a personal level, I could be like, oh, man, there's something going on. I could see that. Every bit of that.
All right, okay. So my next prompt, simply 3 words, continue the story.
Oh, that's it.
That's all I said. Here we go. As the situation becomes more and more stressful and suspenseful, the friends begin to feel like they are being pulled in different directions. Jason wants to find a way to banish the spirits and protect them, while Jeremy is more focused on trying to uncover the truth behind these strange occurrences. Obi, meanwhile, is just trying to keep them all safe and alive. Despite their differences, they decide to work together and try to find a way out of their predicament. They begin to investigate the local area and gather clues, searching for any information that might help them understand what is happening. They speak with locals and visit the libraries and museums, trying to piece together the mystery. As they delve deeper into the mystery, they begin to uncover a series of interconnected clues that point towards an ancient and powerful artifact that is said to grant immense power to whomever possesses it. They realize that they are not the only ones searching for this artifact, and that they are being pursued by a shadowy organization that will stop at nothing to get their hands on it. Determined to find the artifact and stop the organization from using it for evil, the friends set out on a dangerous journey that takes them through the treacherous terrain and into the heart of the enemy's stronghold. Along the way, they must use all of their wits and skills to outsmart their foes and stay one step ahead. As they close in on the artifact, the stakes become higher and the danger grows. They know that they are running out of time and that their very lives may be on the line. Will they be able to find the artifact and prevent it from falling into the wrong hands? Or will they succumb to the forces arrayed against them?
This is cool, dude.
And this comes from an AI.
Yeah.
So this.
Yeah, I mean, you heard what I told it, and this is its response, with no further input from me.
I think I'm going to go home. I'm going to download this.
It's just a web page. Yeah, you just go to the website.
I'm going to have like a whole book series done by the end of the weekend.
I'm actually going through the verification on it right now.
I can't even get the page to load at the moment.
It took me a minute, like a lot of refreshes, but it finally got there.
That is insane.
Okay, so there's more. Hold on.
Okay.
My next prompt, 3 more words. Complete the story. Despite the many challenges and dangers they face, the friends were ultimately successful in their quest. They located the artifact and, through a series of daring and resourceful moves, managed to outmaneuver and outsmart their enemies. In the end, they emerged victorious, with the artifact in their possession and the shadowy organization defeated. As they returned home, they knew that they had accomplished something truly remarkable and that their lives would never be the same again. But even as they celebrated their triumph, they knew that the adventure was far from over. There were still many mysteries out there waiting to be explored, and they were determined to seek them out and uncover their secrets. Together, the friends continued to travel and explore, always on the lookout for new adventures and challenges. And no matter where their journey took them, they knew that they could always count on each other to have each other's backs and face whatever came their way.
Dude, that's like a true origin story.
It really is. That's awesome.
And that's it. That's the whole thing.
That is.
I'm
wow.
impressed. I mean, I'm very impressed.
I can't believe a computer did that.
Yeah, that's all AI. And so that was just me letting it be creative. And that's not even this thing's strong suit. Like where this particular ChatGPT, where it excels is technical data. So it's really good at summarizing. So
I saw one thing here where it said it had a prompt, like example prompts, and one of them was like, explain quantum physics in simple terms.
right. Yeah.
So it can break it down and summarize it for,
And
for the
I actually
layman.
and I did try that one, and it did a fair job of like very basic quantum physics. It didn't get into like the high level theory and stuff, but
Right.
like the really basic stuff, it did a really good job. My wife is a therapist, and she was like, okay, ask it to summarize Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So literally, I just type in simple terms, explain Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And it did just that. It had the five levels, what each one was, a brief summary of what it meant, and then like it explained that before you can try to start working on level 2 needs, you have to have first met level 1 needs. So it's like, and I was like, is that right? And she's like, that's spot on. That's exactly how that works.
That's cool.
And yeah, so another like other things that I know I just told you guys about this before we started recording, but one person went on to Chat GPT and prompted it that I want you to pretend that you're a Linux kernel. Here's your OS. This is your version number. And from now on, you will respond only to terminal commands as if you were this Linux operating system. And then he begins to proceed to install and run software. Like he actually launched a program from the chatbot on his computer.
Yeah, on a completely different
Yeah,
operating
he
system.
was running like a Windows computer, and it launched a Linux-based application.
That's insane.
Like it compiled the code and everything.
That is insane.
Yeah. I mean, that, and it's free right now. Again, it's free right now. Both of these, Stable Diffusion and Chat GPT, are both free right now. If you can get the pages to load, go check them out, people. They are so fun to just goof around with. Like the stuff you can get out of them is really, really cool.
I'm in complete conspiracy mode right now. Like, for example, let's just say the man did that with Linux, and it was on an open network, and it was able to be like, hey, create this hack to get into, say, government thing. Well, the government's going to have to come through and create something to counteract said bot. But let's say they don't have that anyway, and then next thing you know, you get access to nuclear codes.
Well, so it has Rails.
Yeah.
Like it's built in. Like it won't tell you how to do anything illegal. It won't tell you. It won't produce like hate speech or anything like that. The same thing with the art AI one. It's got Rails. Like you can't use it to generate pornography. Some of them you can, but Stable Diffusion is set so that it won't do those kinds of things. Chat GPT is the same. Now there are ways around the Rails. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but I do know how to get around the Rails. So some people have had, another thing people have done with GPT is they've had it like, give me a perfect recipe for a rainy day soup. And it like generated a recipe.
And it was like a legit, like something that you would put together and you could legit cook.
The guy cooked it.
And
he said it was all right. He said he tweaked the spices a little bit because the thing had made it a little on the bland side. So he tweaked the spices some to flavor it up. The crazy thing though was he cooked it and took a picture of it.
yeah.
Then he was using Midjourney, which costs money. So I don't have, I'm not going to pay for access to that one because it's like $200 to get access.
Right.
But it's another art generator. And he pasted the recipe that he got from ChatGPT into the art generator as a text prompt. And he said it generated an image that was remarkably similar to the photo he took of the finished product.
That is crazy. My gosh, that is crazy.
The world as we know it.
I love it. I mean, it's weird and it's very, very, very cool, but yeah. Wow. Like I could play with something like this for hours on end.
Oh, for sure. Like if I could get it to load, we would play with it a little bit right now. Because I was kind of wanting to get you guys to give me a chat prompt.
I've got it up.
for ChatGPT. Oh, you've got ChatGPT to load?
I think that's what it is. It says beta.openai.com playground p default tweet classifier.
Does it have a page that just looks like a old school chat window? No, that's not it.
Okay.
So when you get into the actual system,
Yeah.
it looks just like an old school chat room. Like it's got a place at the bottom for you to type in your messages, and then the big window in the middle is no.
I mean, it's something completely different, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
It should be like openai.com/blog/chatgpt.
Okay.
But I can't, like I said, I can't even get the page to load now. It's just slammed. Like you can't get in. But it's really, really cool. And you do have to have an account. You do have to create an account to access it. But
yeah, I did have to create the account.
But yeah, it took me quite a while last night to get the page to load. So
Yeah, that's cool though. I mean, it is very, 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 very cool.
And that's something like some of the other ones that you pay for, you don't have this access issue because they've got the money to pay for bandwidth. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's really, really interesting. And like I said, if you can get in and get the pages to load, I wholeheartedly recommend, while they're free, play with them, because it's extremely interesting, the stuff that you can get out of it.
The art was remarkable. I just loved it. Especially the closest one that I seen was the RoboCop.
Yeah.
That one was.
Yeah, we had put in the prompt, RoboCop plays an accordion.
Yep.
And the top, gave us the 4 images. The top left one gave us a really good rendition of an accordion, but it was just like a robot playing an accordion.
Yeah, it looked more like what was that old movie,
Like
The City?
Metropolis.
Metropolis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that-
it looks the robot looked like something out of Metropolis.
Right. And then the next couple were just kind of random, and then the bottom right corner gave you a very good rendition of RoboCop.
With like a funky looking weird looking accordion.
Yeah. So it was interesting.
Yeah. But the text one just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Like that one really.
I really need to
sets me
find
up.
out how to get in there and mess with that.
But
Could
what?
you?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
No, could you imagine if we had had that back when your school teacher said, "I need a 5-page report"? Imagine how your senior year portfolio would have went.
True, but I can also see them. If you have that, could you put it back through? You can't. I mean, you're not plagiarizing because it's generating a text based on a prompt, which means that you're not pulling from a published source.
Well, you kind of are, because it's been programmed with published articles and stuff. That's how it knows what to respond.
But it's not doing it like word for word.
No, it's not.
So would you technically just have to put a reference point at the back
it
end?
says, "Hey, AI created this. I didn't do anything."
Well,
I just typed 3 words, got a whole narrative right here.
My thesis
Novel
is
is
AI
done.
really can pass college.
so there's a few issues. It can only respond with data that it's been programmed with.
That's the way the downfall of any AI, right?
But a lot of the data sets that they used to program these were open
source.
free use on the internet, from the internet. And you know how reliable all the information is that you get on the internet.
It's 100% reliable. That's why it gets on. That's how it gets on the internet.
You can believe everything you read on the internet. Quote Abraham Lincoln.
Exactly. That's what he said.
I know. So even though the responses come out and sound authoritative and definitive, it sometimes generates
AI
false.
is very confident
Well, yeah.
in its response.
And the scary thing is during that whole narrative that you prompted it to it. That's what scares me was it said that my character was trying to keep the other ones safe.
Yeah.
And all that. It's exactly what I do for a living. So what did the internet know about me that I didn't tell the internet that it was allowed to tell other people?
I mean, I guess it just generalizes.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have to, but
Yeah. But like the stuff that really kills me with the text AI one is, like, I made a few prompts. Like, I made one prompt and I gave it our names. I didn't read that one, but the very first prompt, I said 3 friends, Jeremy, Jason, and Obi, are doing stuff together. And then as I would go, I would just say, like, the same 3 friends do this, and it would always respond with our names. And it knew to retain that information. And like when it was telling the story, all I said was continue the story, and it knew enough to refer back to what it had previously written to keep going with that. So that's what intrigued me. Now, I don't think that this would, like, the story didn't sound great, and there was a lot of repetitive words, and so it's not very good to, it's very interesting, but it doesn't make a good read because of the repetitions and the stuff. But I could definitely see using this platform as like a brainstorming tool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
just to generate ideas.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like imagine as a dungeon master, right?
It's an AI think tank.
Yeah. Imagine
that's dangerous.
Imagine if you're like a DM, yeah? You get like a basic premise in your head, you type it in there, it gives you a starting point for the adventure.
Oh yeah, no, like I say, you had a dwarf, a pixie, and a dark elf, and then and it just generates its own, and then you give. I'm like, no, that's genius.
Right. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Like, it's because I'm not a very creative person. I enjoy podcasting. I enjoy Twitch, but I'm not artistically creative. Like, I'm not good at generating new ideas. I'm very good at refining ideas. So like, I used to work with a guy that was amazing at coming up with ideas, but terrible at finishing them. So he would come up with the idea, and then I would pick it up and finish it out. And we worked great together as a team because of that. Like, I'm not very creative. He was a very good outside the box thinker, coming up with new stuff. And then he would give it a little test and then tell me about it. And then I would pick it up and bring it to like a refined state that worked. And so, like, to me, this is like a complementary tool for my skill set.
Right. It's cool.
So
it's definitely cool.
it.
That's for sure.
I'm gonna play with it today.
yeah, if you can get it to load 100%, like, it's just keep in mind, it's free, it's public, it's not always up, but highly recommend.
Start working on my novel today. I'm excited.
So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed our little tale of running around and being chased by shadowy organizations.
It was kind of like, what was it, Angels and Demons with that movie 1408 with a little bit of The Shining mixed in.
I gotta say, yeah. I mean, the thing is it wrote a cohesive story that was really, really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome.
I'm still paranoid about it, though.
Do you think we've uncovered some kind of eldritch secret?
We may have.
That's what threw me.
Oh,
like
see,
the
now we're
eldritch.
getting... Yeah.
Like, where did it come up with that eldritch?
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, that is some straight out of D&D stuff right there.
Yeah, no kidding.
I did state earlier it's the beginning of the simulation of us creating the simulation, so...
Elon was right.
Oh, if you just started with that besides the car with unbreakable windows.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's some fun stuff. I like I said, I could play with this for hours, and I've been over here trying to get it to load, and I'm also looking at some of the other things they have. Like, there's a DAL E2, which is like an image.
Dolly, that's
Dolly.
another Stable Diffusion.
Yeah,
you have to pay for Dolly.
Yeah, it's image generator.
Yeah,
and some of the examples that they had on there was really, really good.
Yeah, I think Dolly and Midjourney probably generate the best quality images.
Yeah,
but you have to pay for both of them. I mean, you get a few images free. Like, I think one of them gives you 25 free
like
inputs, prompts.
Yeah.
And then the other one, the way they do theirs is weird. The other one gives you so much free processor time. Huh. So it doesn't matter how many prompts you type in, it's how long it takes the computer to generate the response. And then after that, you have to pay for it. Yeah. So you can get a varying number of prompts with that one because they base it off of processor time, which, I mean, honestly, I think is a more fair way to do it, because if you're doing like really complicated prompts that takes it, 15 minutes to generate, you're using more resources than somebody that's generating like a really simple image. So that makes sense to me.
I wonder, it just popped in my head, what if you scripted an image from pure binary script and then just put it in there, if it would
I have no
I
idea.
don't know.
Because
Like I said, I'm playing with it when we get home.
Yeah.
Here we
Well,
go.
the art ones are designed to decipher text and translate that to an image. So that might not work for them because of the way they're programmed. Like, or they may be able to recognize that you're typing in a binary code and automatically translate it. But I don't know.
That or just pop up an image of said binary. If it
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, like I said, they don't do well with text. So like when they try to generate text, it's not good.
You've created 2 monsters today. I hope you're satisfied with yourself.
But yeah, I
goodness.
thought I was very intrigued by this. It's a hot topic right now. Everybody's talking about AI, so I had to bring it out there.
Right.
And by the way, I asked you guys both how you were ready. I am ready for Christmas, believe it or not. I know it's shocking because I'm late for everything always, but all of my shopping is done. I have a few more things that I have to buy, but they're digital.
Yeah.
And so if I bought them now, the recipient would be aware before Christmas.
I understand.
So I have to wait until Christmas Eve.
And then just do the purchase. Here you go.
Yeah. Well, they automatically install.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's digital downloads. So if I
Okay.
buy them, they automatically install, and then
Right.
it'll be like, oh, cool, I've got it. So I have to wait
Yeah.
until Christmas Eve and do it. So that way, Christmas morning,
It's ready to roll.
they're ready to go.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's cool.
But I'm done, believe it or not.
We're
I'm
finished.
actually finished.
Something that inflation's always great. Love it. Got to give it a fist bump. Other than that, why is it like throughout the year you see something and you think of your significant other or your child or whatever, you're just like, oh, they would love that. And as soon as this time frame comes through and you've got to go order something, it's either like you can't get it or you don't even remember anything about it. And you're like, why am I going to buy these?
That's
people?
my thing. So, okay, I am terrible. I don't want to say terrible. I guess throughout the year, if my significant other says, "Hey, I would like this," or I want, this, it's so rare that she says that I'm like, okay, well, I'll go ahead and get it. So that way, whenever it comes to this time of year, I'm like, well, hey, what do you want? She's like, well, nothing. I've got what, and I'm like, well, crap. Now what do I do?
Yeah, I get a lot of that too. So for me, holidays and birthdays are big things. Mm-hmm. So if I see something and I'm like, oh man, the wife would love that.
You go ahead and grab it, right?
The daughter would think that's really cool. If it's like $100 or less, I'm probably just going to buy it and give it to him that day.
Right.
See, that's my problem. I can't hold it.
Right.
It's not.
So then, it comes Christmas time and I'm like, oh, I got to do something nice. Because, on a random Thursday, I gave her a new PlayStation game.
Right.
So like this has to be something better than that because this is like
This is
holiday.
a big one. Yeah, this is a big one.
So I get myself in trouble that way
Yeah.
because
I was almost so desperate this year I started to make custom pet rocks.
Oh, nice.
I wanted
Yeah.
to go. I was just like, I've got to do something custom. I don't know what to do.
So we're pretty good about like getting things like, and I have 2 or 3 places like in the house that we're able to hide things.
right.
And so we'll find things that the kid likes that are, typically if we're walking through Walmart or something, then there's clearance, they're like, oh, we'll grab up a bunch of those things, put them in the hiding spot, and then kind of trickle them out as you go.
Yeah.
And then, there's also kind of a bank of things that's in there. So I'm like, okay, well, at least we've got a cushion. And then, yeah, same thing with like my niece. Last year, whenever my kid got her big present, of course, she wanted the Barbie Dream House. That's what she wanted. And after Christmas, they marked them down less than half price. And I was like, well, crap, here I went and spent $150 on this thing, and now I can buy it for $49.
Yep.
So my niece is getting one this year. She got the clearance one, right? So
Nice.
And you got to get inventive.
You do.
It's just it's such a. I think that's why people get so stressed out.
I think it
like-
is too.
You have to use the extra computing power. That's what that thing is. If I'd have
What do
known
I
that,
buy my
what
wife
should
who
I buy
has
my wife?
everything?
Yes, what should I buy her this year?
That has everything.
It's It's a multi-tool for. I'm loving it.
Right? It's
It's just I wish I'd known this like a month or two ago.
well, it hasn't been available for long.
No, this has only been around for like a couple, 3 months at the most. I
Yeah.
think.
Well,
I want to say the end of summer, I
They've
started
been-
hearing about it.
they've been working on it for a long time.
Right.
But the public open beta test hasn't been around for very long. I don't know, a month or two maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say I want to say at the end of like right as the school year began, I was hearing about it on NPR. They were doing stuff about it, and they, of course, you had people saying, well, maybe you should start pulling your images off the internet because somebody can just grab an image of you, feed it into one of these things, create something that possibly could look real.
Yeah.
And so I mean, they were saying they were erring on the side of caution. But now that I'm seeing it, and yes, there are some that look really good, I'm still thinking you can tell that this is a generated image.
Well, so this is, but another thing that a lot of people have done, I don't know if either one of y'all TikTok very much, but a really big trend on TikTok right now is to AI your face.
Yeah.
And so you submit 20 photos of your face, and then it generates
A digital you.
a digital avatar of you, and it does it in different styles.
Okay.
And so it like cartoonifies you basically, and then it'll do like superhero you, anime you, like all
That's
these different
cool.
kind of styles.
I might
And-
have to check that out.
Well, see, that's the thing is that one you have to pay for, and I can't remember the name of it. But people are going nuts with it, and I'm just like, do I really want to give this place 20 high-res detailed images of my face?
Yeah, that's just it.
Because I don't know this company. I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, because you have to agree to give them the data,
Yeah.
and so now they
then
have like
surely something in there is they're in their little terms and conditions is we can use this data
exactly.
how we wish to,
Right.
blah blah blah. So
So they may use it to train for facial recognition. They may use it to generate deep fake test images.
deep fake, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking of. Yeah.
So
Which
I don't
that's
know.
getting remarkably awesome.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job with that too,
mean,
which is scary.
You're not even gonna to be an actor anymore. It's just gonna be voiceover. They're just
Pretty
like
much.
they're just gonna scan
Well-
your face, put you exactly. I don't have to take this shot 40,000 times because you can't get it right. I'm gonna boom. You just read over.
You don't even have to do that because they've even more advanced than their video deepfakes. Like for example, James Earl Jones will perpetually voice Darth Vader from now until the end of time, and he never has to step foot in a recording studio again
'Cause it
because he
has
gave
his
a company
voice.
he gave a company authorization to digitize and analyze his voice. And so they give the script to the company types in what Vader says, it reads it back in James Earl Jones' voice.
That warms my heart, really.
And so, and there are other people that have done the same thing, but he's the most famous.
Say definitely Morgan Freeman should be one of those.
That was about to say that.
Yeah. So
There are
Or
a
the
few-
guy. What's the
so,
dude that does
like-
Green Goblin's voice? I can't.
Willem
ever,
Dafoe. No, Willem Dafoe.
he's
He
a live
played
action,
Green Goblin, but I don't
It
know.
was
who this-
he was in Boondock Saints, the fruity cop.
Yeah,
guy.
that's Willem Dafoe,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, I love that dude's voice.
I don't know that he voices him, but he plays him in the Spider-Man live action movie. He's the
Yeah.
one that played
Green Goblin. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that definitely James Earl Jones, Morgan Freeman should be in there.
David Attenborough.
David Attenborough.
Oh, that's nice.
Jeff Bridges, I think, because he does a lot of voiceover stuff.
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart would be a good one.
Speaking of-
Anthony Hopkins would be a good one
Oh,
to get
yeah.
his
There we go.
digital voice on.
And the time of year. So Anthony Hopkins is the narrator for Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Right.
Ron Howard's How
Yeah.
the Grinch Stole Christmas, if you will. And Patrick Stewart, it's awesome. It's on Audible. If you don't have it, if you've got credits, definitely recommend. It's Patrick Stewart recorded doing a live one-man show of Christmas Carol.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
It's really, really good.
Something we survived.
He does it all himself from memory on stage. So it's not 100%
Like straight on.
accurate, like quote verbatim from the book.
Yeah.
But it's really good and it's really close.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We
Especially for the
survived
holidays.
through COVID. Every day, Patrick Stewart would read like a sonnet from Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was every day we would actually, it was 9 or 10 o'clock our time or something. She's like, oh, it's ready. And I'm like, all right. So like the whole house, well, me and the wife, the kids were like, I don't want to listen to that. What is that? And I was just like,
Yeah.
that's your language that you speak, and most of it come from here. Just listen.
He did that. Leslie Jordan would do just random, and I know that's heart wrenching, but Leslie Jordan would do these very, very funny little videos and things. And it was that really, every time I would happen to find one of those, like, I mean, I would be crying. I'd be laughing so much, but he was, and I hate that he is now gone from us.
Yeah.
So tragic.
Under such a
That
weird
yet.
situation. Too.
Yeah, very.
Strange.
But anyway. So anyway,
Yeah.
should we get into like what we're actually, the topic that we're covering? I know we've talked Christmas and AI and all of that kind of stuff, but we actually came to the table with a topic tonight.
We did. We have something. We've even done at least a very swift
A little bit of research on, yes.
Yeah. So, sure. Drum roll. Insert fanfare noise here.
Idioms.
Idioms.
Glorious Idioms Part 2.
Yes, part 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, who wants to start with this? I mean, you've got some that I have never heard of.
Okay. Yeah.
Ever.
Okay. I'll start.
Yep.
So I went in a completely different direction this time because I didn't want to. Because last time, a couple of us had the same ones.
Right?
I mean, not on the show, but like when we got back together after researching, a couple of us had a couple of the same ones. So I went in a whole different direction this time, and I went with non-English idioms.
So you pulled
it's-
things from around the world.
I got things from around the world that are common sayings in other languages.
this
then-
could be interesting.
And then they've been translated to English directly, which a lot of them don't make any sense. And then they kind of explain how it would work, or like a similar saying in English that would give you the kind of equivalent feeling. So I'm going to start with one of my favorite ones. I'm going to butcher them miraculously as I read them in their native language.
I was going to say, do we need to just turn on Google Translate and let it read for us?
No, I'm going to say it, and I'm going to do it very badly. So my favorite one is an Italian one, and it's avere gli occhi ferrati di prosciutto.
Okay. I know prosciutto is ham.
Yep.
I know that because I like prosciutto.
And occhi is
Occhi.
eyes,
Okay.
because that's very similar to the
So
Spanish
ham
word.
eyes.
Yeah. So the literal translation would be to have one's eyes lined with ham.
What?
Okay. There are only very, 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 very specific situations where I can see this applying to anything.
Like typically you get a black eye, put a steak on it. You know,
Maybe.
that's
Maybe.
So
Maybe they
I'll
do
get
it with
pork
ham.
chop.
And they do it with something
Because they're big
cold.
on ham.
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay, well, let's see. It's Italian, of course, so it has to be food related, right?
Oh, yeah,
Because that's
of
like their
course.
culture. This is when you would, what you would say when someone like can't see something that's right in front of them. Like it's so obvious, but they just don't recognize it.
Okay.
It's also sometimes used to say that someone has been blinded by love.
So basically that they're, okay. Blinded by ham.
So it's like you can't see the forest for the trees, or like, you're blinded by love. You don't see her faults or his faults because
It's right at the end of your nose. You can't see it.
yeah. So you've got your eyes lined with ham, like you're just blind to the world.
It's weird though that they would choose ham.
It's
isn't
Italian,
it?
man. They got to go with food.
Food or white t-shirts.
Yeah, I mean, and ham is huge over there. Like they
It
got,
is, it is.
the salami, prosciutto, they got like 12 different kinds of ham. Like
Yeah.
I don't, whew, it's all good though.
Oh yeah, I mean everything I've had.
Hey, when I make my charcuterie boards,
what was it that someone at school the other day made one of those? With all the stuff on
Yeah.
it, and they called it something. It was like redneck something. I can't remember. If I think of it, I'll touch
Right
base
on.
back on it. But yeah,
So that one was my favorite.
yeah,
To have your eyes lined with ham.
interesting. I don't know that I'll ever have a situation where I will have an opportunity to use that one.
Dude, could you imagine the looks you would get? Be like, what?
Actually, I may start just randomly using that one in my class. Is your eyes lined with ham?
Yeah.
It's right there.
2 + 2 is 4. Come on.
Come on, man. They're gonna be like, what?
Mr. Ham?
Mr.
Mr. Ham, what do you mean?
Eyes lined with ham? What?
Do I have my eyes lined with you? Is that?
Your
I don't
education is
understand.
just too much for me.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's go in a clockwise manner.
All right, so Obes,
Obi.
you're next.
Okay. My 3 that I picked.
let's just do one.
Just one.
Yeah, pick one.
Okay. Favorite or second favorite?
However you want to play it, brother.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna go with the favorite one.
Okay.
This one I set for out. Even after this, I just sat and just kept reading. I was just enticed by this. Is Here Be Dragons.
I love it.
So, pretty much, Here Be Dragons comes from back in the old map making days when we were still exploring this spherical object that we live upon. It was basically an unknown area. It dictated dangerous or unexplored areas. That could have been anywhere from the geography of the place. It could have been the weather. It could have been the people. And if you'll notice on the old maps from, back in the 1500s,
Right.
It has monsters on the map. And you're like,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
everybody's like,
little
oh,
sea
dragons
monsters.
existed. Well, those dragons come from, hand-me-down tales from our tribal days.
Right.
Back before, when we were just sticks and
Yeah.
rocks and no wheels. So that gets, I don't remember the terminology, but it gets passed down verbally. And what it would dictate is this, like, there were different monsters for different things. You'd see a sea serpent and some seas and oceans that were not tidally locked, like would be in certain geographical areas that would dictate that these seas were very unpredictable and could cause your ship to capsize or run into unexplained storms out of nowhere, and you would be attacked. Dragons were more used through an aspect of, the geography may have been unstable or unapproachable.
There are rocks under the water.
Yeah, stuff like that. Basilisks would be used more in a frame of mind of the people were unpredictable, therefore they could be venomous, if not treated right. So it was. Let's see. Let's see if I missed anything on here. Yeah, but I mean that kind of gives you a rough time frame. But most of it comes from the megafauna period, Paleolithic. Man, it's like me trying to say statistics. It's just words you can't say. I'm just sorry, my tongue wasn't made that way.
So I can recall seeing, whenever I was doing stuff on history with my kids, I pull up old maps to show them how they have changed over the years, right? And they always have those, the sea serpents and stuff like that. And whenever you talk about early exploration and things, obviously someone would leave in a boat and they never came back. There was one of two things happened. They were either eaten by a monster or they fell off the edge of the planet and they're gone now.
Yeah.
So I can see where
it's just like
these are just
our first rendition as a caution sign.
exactly.
Proceed with caution. Here be dragons.
Yeah.
But-
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it makes sense. I mean,
It really does.
just kind of comes from a fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Another offshoot of another article that I got on is dragons. There's so much on dragons.
Oh yeah,
but
I mean,
some
they're
of the
it
first
seems like
culture.
they're in every culture. There's a form of dragon.
a lot of it come from part of it. It was more in the Scandinavian side of things, if I remember the article correctly. But it come from the sky, so it would dictate. The dragons are unhappy, or whatever. It would be storms.
Yeah,
So with the lightning and all this other stuff, they were throwing lightning and all this other
fighting
stuff.
one
So,
another.
Yeah, so it was that's part of a mini chaptered thing about dragons, but it was more sky based weather.
I've wondered, and I've seen various little bits and pieces about dragons and their origins, and being like, okay, so where really do they come from? Where does it really come from? And the suggestion is fossils. Obviously, we find like fossils of dinosaurs, and they were like, ooh, this must have been this creature that was terrible, and
seeing stuff like alligators and
and
things, and they kind of piece it together. Like they see the bone structure of an alligator is similar to the bone structure of this other thing, and they're like, well, that had to be like a huge kind of reptile thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool though. I mean,
and that's exactly where the physical descriptions of a cyclops came from.
Really?
Yeah. Believed to be. I don't know that anybody knows for certain, but it's believed to be that people would occasionally stumble across the skeletal remains of an elephant or a mammoth, and they would see the one big hole for the trunk, where the trunk is on the skull, and they would like, think that was an eye. And it only had one,
and it's a giant,
and
obviously.
It's huge,
yeah.
So there's a theory about Bigfoot on the same aspect.
Very cool. Well, yeah, I think it's a Bigfoot. It was a
Orthopithecus. It was a giant,
the giant orangutan.
Right? Yeah, Gigantopithecus.
Yeah, Gigantopithecus. That's the one.
So I mean, it's just
and I only know that because of the Jungle Book.
Exactly.
Or Gigantopithecus.
Yeah. Good old Louis, King Louis.
I want to walk like you, talk like you do. As voiced by Christopher Walken in the new live action.
Yes,
he did a great job with it too.
It was really good. Yeah.
That's another one that needs his voice recorded. Well, first, what you want to do is get a free range chicken.
Yeah,
you heard that one?
I don't think
that's Saturday Night Live. You've got just search that one. I'm not going
the only thing I can think of with Christopher Walken in Saturday Night Live is I got a fever,
and the only cure is more cowbell.
There was a guy that it was a YouTube short thing. It's just like how to speak like Christopher Walken,
and those guys are good.
Yeah,
and they can point you in the right direction. It's all about inflection and cadence with him.
And there's every good impressionist will have a hook for the person, and it's like a quick turn of phrase that they say to get them into that mode of speech.
Exactly.
So I guess this guy's was free range chicken for Chris Walken. Maybe is that
for that one little skit that he does. It's great because he's always he's got this peaceful, just like this is normal, but everybody else is looking at it like, dude, that's the most sadistic, violent thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it's like True Romance is one of my favorite little things that I just. There's nothing he does that's wrong.
Well, his little cameo part in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
I walked around with this watch in my ass for 5 years.
Yeah, see, that's good. You got the little.
You got it.
Twang
dude.
at the back. I tried. Everybody at the house just looks at me. He's like, what's Dad doing? He's like just wasting his time till it's bedtime to go to work tomorrow. He's just found a way to entertain his silly butt. So.
All right, so my turn, right?
Yeah.
All right, so the first one that I've got here on my list is "Give Me a Run for My Money." So so there's a lot of different ideas of where this thing came from, and we know kind of what it means, right?
Yeah. Well, I think I do. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think it means?
Like it's close. It's a tight competition.
Right?
Yeah, and so I would think horse racing.
And you would be right on course with the Oxford English Dictionaries.
Okay.
So it says here that the Oxford English Dictionary suggests that the origin was in horse racing. But there are debates on whether it really actually started in horse racing. It could be figurative, extended sense to mean sort of like a challenge, with or without money actually being spent. But they give the phrase as a figurative use, right? Mm-hmm. So the other debate comes from actually the British sense of a run, which is hunting.
Oh yeah, run the hounds.
Yeah, you run the hounds, right? So that they are saying that a run in hunting is a continuous spell of riding after these hounds, and it's really what people go hunting for. Hunting's expensive. And you need a good horse, the right clothes. Historically, in some parts of the country that weren't well stocked with animals, To hunt, you might even have to buy your quarry. You would buy either a bagged fox or a carted stag. And these were very expensive.
Wow.
And dedicated hunters would follow that these things were worth your money if you got a good, quote, run for your money.
Oh,
so that's possibly where it came from as well. It originates somewhere in the mid 1800s. And it can be, horse racing, hunting events, sporting events now, and anything that has endorsed racing where you have like the logo on the side of like, say, a NASCAR or something, they are running their money around the track. So it's kind of it's got a lot of different
possibilities.
Yeah, so
right.
that's a pretty good phrase, though.
I like the hunting one. I was totally like off par on that whole thing. I was just like, maybe profit margins. Like, man, we're going to really come close to this physical year's capital is way high.
But yeah, I thought the hunting part of it was neat. That's why I pulled this one, because I thought, it's got to be horse racing. And then I was like, oh no, wait, it
does make sense. Yeah,
yeah, the run. So
because it's like costing an arm and a leg that we did before.
The painting, right?
Yeah.
If you had your arm back tucked behind you, you didn't have to pay for that arm.
Right. Yeah. So that one caught me. Wow, that's a really good one. Yeah. Nice.
Awesome.
So for my next one, we're gonna take a little trip north from Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah. North and west. We're gonna go to Iceland.
Oh.
I hear it's really green there.
I have too. I heard it's beautiful. Like everything that I've seen, is gorgeous.
Isn't that where they done most of the filming for the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
No. That was New Zealand.
New Zealand. That's what I was in.
Yeah.
A lot of earthquakes there, I hear.
Yeah. I mean, it's part of the Ring of Fire, so.
Yeah. So
I got off topic. Sorry.
that's okay. This one I'm gonna butcher.
You're going to butcher
tremendously.
this? No, because Icelandic is
very difficult language.
very
to speak.
difficult language.
Yeah. So here we go, and I'm gonna be racially insensitive. I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know. Auledje Hufeld Ibeliti Bjork Bork Bork Bork.
I went Sesame Street real quick.
I totally have no clue what you just did.
I don't know.
Your face moved in weird directions.
I kind of tried to tie in like a fake Icelandic sounding accent and then just throw the Swedish chef on at the end for good measure.
I don't think they'd be insulted on that. You tried. He put his heart into that.
I did see it. Yes.
So the literal translation of that,
whatever it was,
is to lay your head in water.
What?
Okay. Like how
if you're
much
sick,
water?
maybe?
That's it. Just to lay your head in water.
So there's no.
The only thing I could think of is like, if you get really, really sick, they you sweat out, or some people would
Like put cold water on them, or
cold
something
water,
like that.
or you just jump into an ice bath.
Okay, so
so to
you're thinking
speak.
like an illness.
Yeah.
Okay.
To lay your head in water. I don't know. Maybe to block things out.
Kind of like one of those.
Like basically, when you go underwater, you don't hear the sounds of the modern world or whatever.
Fair enough. I had no idea. Like this, I couldn't even come up with anything for this one. I was like, I don't know, but it sounds interesting. So what this is, to translate the meaning, the overall meaning of it, not just the literal word for word translation. You would use this phrase when you need to sleep on something, or you need to put your thinking cap on.
It kind of goes into your. It's kind of what are those chambers where you just lay in the water,
The isolation chambers,
and something like that, maybe.
Yeah. Like what Eleven does whenever she does her thing in Stranger Things.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. I just kept picturing somebody getting like waterboarded.
Well, I mean, when you say lay your head in water, for some reason I was thinking like maybe you just lay back in water up to where it like covers your ears, where only your eyes and nose, like your face is out of the water.
Yeah. I see. I
And
don't
kind
know.
of
Like,
blocking things out. I don't know.
that makes sense. But like I said, all I could come up with was like somebody being waterboarded, and I'm just like, I don't know what you would use that for. But yeah, it's
to lay your head in water.
to think about something.
I wonder where they pull that from. I wonder what the origin of that one would be.
See, that's what I was
weird.
Maybe like you're saying, like you kind of put your ears underwater and it blocks out the surroundings and gives you that clarity to think.
That could be. I don't know.
Yeah. The
I
white
didn't think about
noise, like whenever you do go underwater, especially like in a pool or something, you kind of get that. It's almost this bassy.
Yeah, it's like a very
It takes up everything. So
Yeah. Huh. That's
one's neat.
interesting.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
I do too.
Not as good as lining your eyes with ham. But
I don't know. It's just different.
it is. Yeah.
I like
and
it.
that comes from Iceland.
Yep. That one was Iceland.
Okay.
What's
All
your
right.
What's your next one, Hopes?
All right, we're going to go with apple of my eye.
Okay.
All right, this one is Hebrewic. Did I say that right?
I know it's
In
Hebrew.
Yeah.
Hebrew.
Hebrew, yeah. From let me look at my little notes here. It's basically someone you cherish above all others. But to us, like our kids and our friends and our significant other, that's the apple of our eyes.
Yeah.
But it goes a little deeper. It's basically when you focus upon something that reflects yourself within others. So when you see how did I write that? Let me backtrack on that. The Hebrew expression itself comes from the phrase "little man of the eye."
Little man of the eye.
Yep. Referring to the tiny reflections of yourself that you can see within others
Okay.
that you would like to promote and push forward. So basically, you're being focused upon, let's say, Biscuit here. He's just the apple of our eye. And,
He is.
and
He
we
really
see a
is.
lot of ourselves in him. So we want to, and he's younger, so we want to promote, tutelage him, mentor him. And basically, it's almost like you cherish this reflection of you so much that you want to endorse upon it.
So would it almost be something that you would almost want to live vicariously through a person?
I think it's more like
I
I kind of take what he's saying more as like a legacy.
Okay. Okay.
Like you want to endow certain of your traits in another person to propagate.
So that way that your legacy could be carried out.
It was
through-
actually used in the Bible about 6 or 7 times. I didn't write any of that down, but it was just something I'm like, I didn't know.
Wow.
Not that studied in the great book that much. So it came from around the 9th century BC, and then at some particular point, the phrase was attributed to Alfred the Great, which I didn't read a lot into that either.
Yeah.
But I was just like, that's a good note. So, I mean, it gives somebody a reference point to kind of, there's some time frames and reference areas you can look into.
And Batman would never be the same without him.
This is true.
Or the British Army for that, or Special Service, whatever they call those, because Alfred was mean.
Yeah.
Just respectfully so. You don't mess
Man,
with
he
that
was
man.
tough, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's got his own show now.
Yep.
Oh, really?
I need to
Pennyworth.
watch it. Yeah.
It's
I've
what?
not-
Pennyworth.
Pennyworth.
Yep. Because his name's Alfred Pennyworth.
yeah.
Okay, what's it?
It's like, I don't know where it's at. Is it Netflix
CW or
CW?
Netflix maybe? Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
I've,
know
se-
exactly.
I've seen the ads for it, but I've not watched any of it yet.
But to watch carefully, mentor or to be mentored, obsession or tutelage.
Nice.
Apple of my eye.
All right.
I didn't think it had such a egotistical diversion to it. I
Yeah.
just thought it was more of a just loving thing.
So my next one here, this one I thought of because as I was going through and reading, all or like researching, I had another like Facebook page open and was just kind of scrolling through, and I've seen a whole lot of these people that are reporting porch pirates coming in and stealing their packages from
yeah.
Amazon and
Right,
stuff
yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah.
So the phrase that I thought of instantly was, these guys got sticky fingers. And sticky fingers, right? That's something we've heard of. Like, I've heard that all my life.
yeah.
Somebody that steals something has got sticky fingers.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, where did that actually come from? Where did the whole sticky fingers thing come from? And like the wet bandits, you remember those guys from Home Alone? And then they ended up in the second one being the sticky bandits. He would put tape on his hand and stick his hand into like the little bucket from the Salvation Army and steal money from them. So anyway, I was like, where does this like phrase really come from? Like someone having like, do they say that they have sticky fingers just because they steal things and they're like,
Yeah.
or where does it come from?
Yeah,
right?
they can't walk past something without it stick into their hand.
Exactly. And that's kind of where it comes from. The phrase is from Britain in the mid 1800s. It's a metaphor suggesting that if someone has a tendency to steal valuable items, that cash and those little trinket items naturally adhere to their hands, like they're Velcro or they're sticky. So they say that it also might have originated more so. So like there's no like direct saying, okay, this is when we see this for the first time, until you get to the like around 1930, between 1930 and 1935. And then the other source says that this sticky fingers thing did not actually come from just petty theft of just items, but literally came from like gold mining. And these people would actually put either sap or honey on their fingers, and as they were sorting, it would stick to them, and they would pocket that at the weigh-in for their gold, and they would have this gold now in their pockets, and that would be from their quote-unquote sticky fingers. There's really no good source exactly saying exactly how it came about, but I thought both of those were kind of a cool thing.
I went a little darker.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe going back to like the biblical or Mideast crime punishment system,
where you would lose a hand.
Like or they cut off your fingers sometimes,
right?
And I was thinking maybe they like stuck their fingers back on,
so that would be sticky. I don't know.
It's like, hey, I can take this one off. Check this out.
But no, that's the way that
picking kitten here.
They're saying that it came from just. Oh, and it also specifically said that it's not like a hardened criminal, not like someone that steals big things, like knocks over a bank or something.
Right.
But it's little trivial petty items.
Yeah. Like somebody we would think of like a kleptomaniac.
Yeah, somebody walking through the Walmart or something and putting a candy bar in their pocket. It's of little to no value, but they just can't help themselves.
Right.
Speaking of klepto, I had a friend in sophomore year. We took what was that class? I don't remember if it was psychology or keyboarding. It was both in that one classroom.
Yeah.
But I want to say his name was Jeremy.
Oh no!
But
What'd you do?
But his
Wasn't
nickname his name was Klepto. We called him Klep because I mean he would steal something right out in front of your face, and then he'd always bring it back like later. He'd just be like, "Here, you dropped this." I'm like, "You did not. It was sitting right.
You stole that,
and you never noticed it was even gone. He was
daylight.
just
You picked it up and put it in your pocket."
Yeah, God.
And now he goes by Apollo, and he's a famous street magician performer that's on TV all the time, showing you how you pickpocket somebody.
Exactly, dude.
It's always,
so I worked with a guy that was really, 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 really good at pickpocketing, and I mean we're talking like top-notch level.
Oh,
he was a magician, a stage magician, and that was one of his things was because if you can do that, like if you can get that up close, personal, like hand trick magic stuff, and then he had really honed in the pickpocketing thing, and man, he would bring people up on stage, and he would do like the little card tricks and the hand magic, real up close, personal stuff.
Yeah.
And unflippin' load them of everything they own.
Yeah, take their watch, their wallet, neckties,
their belt, glasses off their face. I mean, everything. And then let's send them back to the audience and be like, "Oh yeah, by the way, here's your room key, here's your car keys, here's your wallet." And they're like, "What?" I mean, he was good. And
nice.
I mean, these were not plants. These were people that were legit paying customers that would come in.
Yeah, and it's all psychology.
It is. And it's all about pressure.
And it's all physiology.
Yeah, because he would put pressure on one spot, like if he was moving him somewhere onto the stage, which would take your mind away from what was happening
it's all
elsewhere.
about misdirection. Then.
Misdirection and, making your mind, sense one thing because you can't really...
Yeah, the human brain is 100% not capable of multitasking.
Right.
So if you apply a large amount of force to like somebody's shoulder, like say you're trying to spin them around and you dig your thumb in a little bit unnecessarily, that overloads the nervous system where that's the only thing they can feel in that moment. And while you're spinning them, you just pull their wallet out of their pocket.
Yeah.
And
that light touch on the wallet versus the heavy touch, elsewhere. Yeah, it was crazy to watch him do that, though.
I do have a torch trick.
He would have some sticky fingers for sure. He could.
That would be impressive to be able to have that skill set. That is for sure. Now at work, being a maintenance man or maintenance director, I don't want to sell myself short.
Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, I'm a
That's right.
director.
Exactly.
I direct myself to do these things. But no, like my favorite thing is just because they just want to say, you're talking to somebody, and I'm just always looking behind them. And I think we may have talked about this before in a conversation. I don't remember, but I'm just constantly kind of just looking behind them, like I'm looking at something. It gets their curiosity floating, and they're just, and eventually
they're going to have to turn around.
They turn around and look. Well, as soon as they do, I'm gone. Like they turn around because everybody's like, "Where's the maintenance man? He just always just disappeared. You don't know where he's at." So it's just a trick that I learned forever ago.
Like John Turturro in that Mr. Deeds. You underestimate my sneakiness.
Yeah, I love that dude. But it's just they'll turn around, and it just takes you could be surprised how far you can move, because if you try, it's just like hitting the brakes in a car. It takes you like a second and a half to react to anything, right?
Right.
So it's the same thing. They turn around. I'm already 5 feet away. The time they're just like, and now the curiosity kicks in. I'm down around the corner. They have no idea. They turn around. I'm gone.
Yep.
Where'd he go?
Was he ever really here at all?
He's like, I've lost my mind. But yeah, that's my favorite trick to do with people. That, or I like to slip just like my business card. Because a lot of the people that I work with wear scrubs. So, they've got these little pockets up on like the belly line of the hips and stuff like that. And I'll just write like a, "Hey, how are you?" or just "Hi," or just some silly note on a little business card. And I'll just be sitting there and we're talking, and I will literally just slide a hand, bam. Next thing you know, they give me the card back. And they was like, "Oh, I'm fine." It's just, I like to mess with people like that. So the whole sleight of hand thing and misdirection, that's neat. That is neat.
Yeah. It's interesting, the shortfalls of the human brain,
Isn't it?
and how it can be exploited. Yeah, for sure.
But yet we can create something like that AI generator.
Maybe.
That's a simulation of a simulation.
Or maybe
of a
it
simulation.
created itself.
True.
Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun.
sorry.
All right. So what you got next there, Mr.
So
Claywell?
here's my third one.
All right.
Probably my last one. Let's go to the wonderful land of Germany.
Deutschland.
Hamburger.
Yeah. So again, apologies in advance for butchering the pronunciation of this,
I'm excited to hear this.
because I know 100% I can't properly make the sound that is supposed to be made for this one word, because when I was in high school we had a German foreign exchange student, and I couldn't do it right ever. So I know I'm going to mess it up. So anyway, that's the one.
Ich.
No, you're doing it too hard. That's like a Jewish.
Okay.
It's like it's more of like an SH with a in it. I can't do it.
Okay.
Ish.
Something like that. But yeah, you're closer than I am. But anyway, ich verstehe der Bahnhof.
Okay. That was not bad.
Sounds German to me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I was really going to do German, it'd be like, ich verstehe der Bahnhof.
Yeah, they are very verbally violent.
So the literal translation of that phrase is, I only understand train station.
I don't.
You are totally lost on this one, I can tell.
Yeah, I'm
So you got any thoughts, Mr.
I mean, I've got a couple.
Yeah. What you
I
got?
mean, I only understand train station.
Yep.
So, again, knowing now where it comes from, Germany, I'm going to think back around probably whenever we were fighting,
Okay.
and they were like, "Get me out of here."
Okay.
okay. Mine's a little different.
Okay.
Okay, I'm thinking more because Germans are renowned engineers. Like they have the ability to build.
True enough. Think of Mercedes and BMW.
Yeah, so if I
and
only
such.
understand train
Volkswagen.
station, that would kind of be like I only understand the what's the word I'm looking for? The manual of the said situation. Maybe I don't know. That's where my mind went.
Okay. So the actual history is a little muddled. It's hard to pin it down exactly. The prevalent theory is it originated towards the end of World War One,
Okay.
where the soldiers, the German soldiers, upon being dismissed at the end of the war to return home, would say this, and kind of a meaning of like, the only thing I can think about is the train station that's going to take me home.
To get out of here. Okay, I was fairly close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Basically,
Others-
don't say anything to me except go home.
yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
So
Another-
just single-mindedness.
Yeah, another possible is that it could refer to new tourists in Germany who have literally only learned a very few.
Train station.
Yeah.
How do I get there? Train
Yeah.
station.
Because, you know, like in Europe,
Everywhere. That's how they get around.
yeah, you can go pretty much anywhere in Europe
Yeah.
on a
you get a
Euro
Euro rail pass and you're good to go.
Yeah, it's not like here, but like over there, public transport is a viable means of
Right.
transportation. So that's another thinking of it. The overall essence of the saying, like if you wanted to come up with something in English that would kind of convey the same meaning, it would be like, it's all Greek to me. Meaning
Okay.
like I don't really understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So that would be like a fuzzy kind of translation.
Okay, I get
to
that. So you
English
kind of
phrase.
got a general notion of your direction, but the rest of it, like you said, is just all Greek. I actually started to pick It's All Greek to me. I was reading on that one. I was like, I just chose against that one. That,
Right on.
or I really was thinking about the All Roads Lead to Rome.
That
one
was pretty literal.
Yeah, so I just kind of backtracked.
Right.
Right. I was like, everybody kind of
Because
gets that one.
Rome built all of the roads,
So they all
Yeah,
go
literally.
straight back to Rome.
and they were built as a means for Roman soldiers to quickly navigate to
Yep.
any of the Roman territories. So literally all the roads went to Rome
Yep.
because that's where they deploy their soldiers from. So
Oh,
Yeah.
lost me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, Obes, what you got next?
All right. This one actually has a little bit of Roman stuff in it, so I didn't mean to lead into that, but it worked. Drawing a line in the sand. Now, everybody knows what that means. Like,
Yeah.
as soon as I said
I like
drawing
it.
a line in the sand, everybody knows. My 7-year-old would probably know what this means. And literally, that's pretty much it. I mean, but the origin of it is what I found to be most interesting about it, because it wasn't a line, it was a circle. So it all came from a conflict from Rome and if I'm saying this correctly, I'm pulling a biscuit here, Hellenistic kings.
Okay. Yeah.
Rome and Greek.
Roman Greek. They were the successors from Alexander the Great, which
Right.
after he passed, pretty much everybody just like, hey, man, we're just going to do our own thing again. So everything he built kind of almost fell apart. This traces back to 2nd century BC or about. And basically it's to make a decision without, it's this or that. Here's the line in the sand. This is your decision, yes or no. You got to have it right now. If not, So it was a circle. It wasn't a line. Let's see. Where's this guy's name? I'll find it eventually. This came from basically Rome and the kings. They were fighting in the Egyptian territories at this point. Here we go. Cassius Belli, Belli.
Okay.
I do believe.
Yeah.
And basically, if he stayed in the circle, that was the thing that kind of got me. If he stayed in the circle, from what I understood, then there would be war because he stood his ground. If he stepped outside of this circle, then that would give Cassius Belli, I think I'm saying that right, he could promptly declare war upon the decision of this one king that represented the other kings. They'd kind of made a little coalition, from what I read. Rome demanded the forces from the Egyptian territories, so he had to make a decision. Oh, here it goes. 168 BC, Roman consul Gaius Populus Laminos. They had some very Long, populous names. Drew a circle, and King Antiochus IV of the Seleucid Empire was the one that actually had the circle
Okay.
wrote around him. So, I mean, it basically was a do or do not. Here's your decision.
See, I
But
can
it
see
turned into a line instead of a circle. But when he stepped outside of the circle, that was when he was just like, we'll step back.
So I can see this. Okay, I can see a lot of different things deriving from this. All right. So you got your line in the sand, which would mean basically when you've drawn that line, that's it. You've got to make that decision. You've got, if that's a hold point. I can also see that like the drawing a red line, kind of that coming from that as well. It all kind of meaning the same thing. If you cross this threshold,
Right.
things are about to hit the fan.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's kind of what I see that as.
Yeah. Like this is the limit.
Yeah, this is the straw
If
that
you-
broke the camel's
If
back.
you push past
is
this
the-
limit,
yeah,
it's on.
it's on. We're done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
the talking is over.
Yeah.
Fists are flying.
That's right. And then Cassius Clay come in and said, like, I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Exactly.
You
Wrong Cassius, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's-
We can
oh,
go
I'm
with it. Why not? I kind of like his version anyway with that one. He went a little bit of spaghetti western there. I like it. Did we cover the straw that broke the camel's back?
I don't think
you
we
just
did last
said that.
time. I
Yeah.
know that's
It just popped. That's one we'll have
that's one of those that we'll have to hit because I mean I've got quite a few more on here that we're not going to be able to get to tonight because we are I know right now running long. So
Yep.
let me go ahead and hit my last one, and then we'll kind of tie things up in a nice little red bow for Christmas.
Yeah.
All right. So the last one that I want to do, and like I said, I've got a few here that and this is the one that I want to end on. Do I want to do this? I'll let you guys choose.
You can do it.
One of two, either Face the Music or Swan Song. Which do you want to know about?
What if you face the music of a swan song?
Oh, you devious man. I'm going with Biscuit on this one.
No. Let's. I want to hear swan song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I kind of get the face the music. I'd like to know the origin on that. But Swan Song, I don't know anything about that one.
Okay, so Swan Song.
Yeah. I know
This is-
what it's used for, but I don't understand the.
Okay, so what do you think it's used for? Like,
It's like your last big.
hurrah.
It's your final thing. It's your swan song.
Exactly.
But I don't understand any of the. Like I know when people use the phrase, but I don't know what it's for.
Where it came from, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Swan Song, metaphorical phrase. It is a final gesture, effort, or performance given just before death or retirement, typically. The phrase refers to an ancient belief that swans sing a beautiful song just before their death, since they have been silent or alternatively not so musical for most of their lifetime. This belief, whose basis has been long debated, had become proverbial in ancient Greece by the 3rd century BC and was reiterated many times in later Western poetry and art. Swans learn a variety of sounds throughout their lifetime. Their sounds are more distinguishing during courting rituals and not necessarily so much correlated with death, but that's where they say that it comes from. In Greek mythology, the swan was a bird consecrated to Apollo. It was therefore considered a symbol of harmony and beauty, and its limited capabilities as a quote-unquote singer were sublimated to those of like songbirds, right? Because it's not as beautiful as the songbird, but at the end it would be.
Did Greek people actually have swans? Did
That's
they have
what it says.
peaceful, loving?
This
Have you
is
ever been around a swan?
They're mean.
They
Such
are mean.
jerks.
They are jerks, but they're beautiful when you see them out on the water, right?
Aristocratic goose.
So
Geese.
in Aesop's
Geese, that's
fable of the swan and the goose, this incorporates the swan song legend as saving its life when it was caught by mistake instead of the goose, but was recognized by its song. So basically, there at the very end, it sang this beautiful song and saved its own life. There are subsequent references in Achilles. His is Agamemnon from 458 BCE. In that play, this Clytemnestra compares the dead Cassandra to a swan who has sung her last lament. In Plato's Phaedo, the character of Socrates, says that although swans sing in early life, they do not do so as beautifully as before they die. He adds that there's a popular belief that the swan's song is sorrowful, but Socrates prefers to think that they sing for joy, having foreknowledge of the blessings in the other world. Aristotle noted in History of Animals that swans are musical and sing chiefly at the approach of death.
Yeah, I mean, come on, that's
what they say. All this,
I know, but Socrates, Aristotle, and Plato, they all taught each other. Of course, they're going to have the same opinion,
right? So, after seeing all of that, I was like, okay, so I know that there's a record label called Swan Song, and Led Zeppelin, that's what they all, like, their big thing was, right? That was their record label, Swan Song.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
And so I was like, so what are some good examples of swan songs, like in our pop culture, right? Queen, their Innuendo, the album Innuendo, is considered their swan song, because it was the one that, Freddie passed away, and he had actually recorded a couple of things for it just weeks before his death.
Oh.
David Bowie's Black Star, that was his album that came out just right as he was like that. I had no idea he was even sick. It was just like, oh yeah, David Bowie dies of cancer. And I was like, what? And then this album comes out and they say that's his swan song. Janis Joplin's Pearl, that album.
Okay, so hold on. The Swan Song is supposed to be like the biggest, best. Okay, so these are the band Swan Song. Okay, I'm not familiar. It was Innuendo a good album?
It was a very good album. It wasn't like a Bohemian Rhapsody or Night at the Opera, but it was a very good album, and it foreshadowed his demise a lot.
Okay, so I mean, well, Freddie Mercury
had
to know he was sick.
Yeah, and same way with David Bowie. It really basically.
So the Black Star was a good album?
It was a good album, yeah.
Okay. But no,
Janis Joplin's Pearl was phenomenal.
She
me
died,
and Bobby McGee and all that, and she dies of an overdose, right?
Yeah, but I mean, and she died like really young. So I mean,
27.
Did she have?
She's part of the 27 club.
Really?
Yeah.
But did she have that many albums?
There was a few. There's like
I thought she only had like
4
3.
or 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was that young.
And then in film, Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee. Big time.
Yeah.
James Dean's Rebel Without a Cause. And then one
you almost said Clue.
Yeah, Rebel Without a Cause. Rebel Without a Clue.
That's me.
And then
I just want to take an opportunity real quick to say I hope everyone out there listening has a safe, happy, and wonderful holiday season. We've got Christmas right around the corner. New Year's just a week after that.
yes.
So, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate or don't, whatever your religious affiliations or lack thereof. I hope you have a good time. Be safe on New Year's, people. Please don't drink and drive.
Yeah.
If you go to a party, have a designated driver. Get an Uber, get a Lyft, get a taxi, ride
Call
the train.
someone that you know.
Whatever you do,
Yeah.
don't drive.
Obi, I'll drive.
Yep.
I will be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
from Two Minds Studios, we wish you the best. Absolutely.
Yeah. And just want to say we love you all.
Yep. Yeah. Couldn't have said it better myself. So, all right. So, do we need to exit this thing?
Let's wrap her up. Let's put a bow on it, like you said.
Like a bow, for Christmas bow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, and by the way, because we talked about this, Pennyworth is on HBO streaming platform.
Nice.
HBO.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if you want to find this episode or any other episode, you can go to our host site, twominds.podbean.com. We are also on Spotify, Apple Tunes, I think iTunes or whatever it is. We've got all
Anywhere you can find a podcast.
Yeah, pretty much anywhere you can find a podcast, you can find us.
Just about.
Facebook.
Yeah, you can find us on Facebook. We have a group page set up there. It is facebook.com/groups/Two Minds Podcast.
You can send us an email. We are twomindspodcast@gmail.com. Do we still have a Twitter account?
Yeah, it's still there until the site just gets burned down by its current owner.
Yeah, and that's probably, I can see that light at the end of the tunnel. That's another idiom, by the way.
Yeah.
Light at the end of the tunnel.
Careful, it might be a train.
Maybe him carrying a match. Just saying, to burn this thing down. At Two Minds Podcast if you want to send us a tweet.
Yeah, that's our Twitter. We have done up a Mastodon account.
We have, yes.
So we're on the Fediverse now. And I forget the link to that. I think it is mstdn.party. And our @ is @2mindspodcast. So it's mstdn.party/@2mindspodcast. And that should pull us up on the Fediverse. You can follow us there.
Yep. And yeah, so that's the various ways that you can get a hold of us. And, we would love to hear from you. If nothing else, just, hey, how you guys doing?
Look, it's an actual Mastodon.
Isn't it cool? Mastodon is a cool little platform.
Yeah, and it's very complicated to try to explain.
But once you get into it, it's a lot easier.
It's very similar to Twitter in the way it operates.
Right.
Very similar. There's some distinct differences, but it's very similar to Twitter.
Yeah.
So if you can run Twitter, you can get the hang of this with it.
I was able to jump on and figured it out in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
it's
yeah.
very, very similar. And there are multiple... it's federated. That's kind of the weird thing about it. Like it's not like Twitter where there's one site. There's multiple sites. You can join any of a variety of number of Twitter instances or Mastodon instances. But anyway, we have one. You can find us there.
Yep.
You create your own account and you look for @2mindspodcast. You'll find us. You can follow us.
Yep.